The perfect storm for crypto. The most hated rally is about to come. This is great. If you watch this, you can consider yourself so extremely, I want to say lucky, but maybe fortunate, right? Maybe it's not luck. Maybe you know exactly what you're doing. You are here for a reason and you are beating everybody out there because the market is heating up. Things are looking good out there and there is nobody here to give a fuck about it. And that's exactly what we want to see in crypto because the market can only rally really hard if nobody is prepared. Welcome to the Fomo Factory. Like the video if you like the video. Subscribe to the channel if you are new, which people are, by the way, not really doing because if you look at my subscribe account, you can see that there are moments in the market where it goes really hard, and that's mostly where the market is going up. But if you look over the last 28 days, I'm actually losing subs right here. People are, that's for the first time, people are not giving a crap about the market, and that's exactly what you can see right here as well. This is the YouTube viewers, subs, Twitter followers, etc. And this is at one of the lowest levels in this whole cycle. Now, that's really interesting because when people don't care, if you look right here, when people don't care right here, around the same level, and right here around the same level, and even a little bit here around the same level, that is never the top. Matter of fact, that's pretty much the bottom. If you look at the last cycle when nobody cared, just like now, was basically here, right? At this price, a blue line, that's the Bitcoin price. Yeah, and that's before a huge rally. You can see it right here as well, right? Nobody cared right before a huge rally came. Here also, nobody cared right before a huge rally came. Right now, you have to realize if you feel like, man, the top is in or whatever. Look, the top is usually in, or usually so far always, when retail is fully here, right? If everything is peaking and in full euphoria and everybody made money and it's too easy in this market, yeah, then people they come to look what's going on in crypto, right? And that's currently not the case. So the perfect storm is definitely setting up. And in this video, I want to go a little bit over a couple charts. And I also want to go over a couple comments that I got on the channel, by the way. So I have an idea of how this community is thinking. I like to do that every now and then. So please smack that like button. I will try to, be here, even if people are leaving this channel right now. That's for the channel and for the market. That's a great sign. That's really a great sign that nobody cares about this market right now. So why is that? Why does nobody care about the market at this moment? Well, if I look at the altcoin market, and let's take a random altcoin, right? AVAX. We had the bear market. We were at the bottom. It was rallying really hard. The euphoria was really there. People were coming back. If you can see March 2024, if we go back to the social metrics, March 2024 was, here. It was actually topping April, right? Beginning of April. If we go back to AVAX right here, you can see that the beginning of April was actually here, right? So the retail, again, was at the top when the top for this chart was in, right? That's just how it works. Retail is lagging, and I can promise you that your job is to make sure that you do it different than that you are here when it doesn't feel good to be here, when prices are so low and people first have a lot of thoughts, they are scared, and then when it goes quiet, that's even worse, right? People go quiet, they actually don't give a shit anymore. That's beautiful. But then we came down. Right, we had that first capitulation of this cycle. Then we had a new leg. And now we are again in that capitulation. Now, here in August 2024, when AVAX had that first capitulation, look when that was, right? It was retail, was actually here as well. They were like just going away again. AVAX bottomed. and like a couple weeks later, the sentiment bottomed as well, right? Now, this chart is always lagging, right? And that's a good thing because if this is now at the lowest point where it basically is since like forever, then it could mean that the altcoin market is now also a month ago was at the lowest point, right? And yeah, so far that's been 100% accurate. It's insane, right? So therefore, your job is make sure to be here right now. Now, people don't really care yet, although we had a pretty decent pump on a lot of altcoins. Like said in yesterday's video or the day before, like we had AVAX pumping really hard. Wild is doing okay, but it's at least from the bottom, right? But SPX, huge pump. We have Prime far from the lows right now. We had Beam about at 5.7. I just looked it up and it wasn't nearly at the bottom, but still I feel like, man, the chances that we got in crypto are insane, right? And now it's time for the hated rally, for the leg up, because the people that looked at this and were like, no, I'm not going to buy this, they don't understand that crypto is not only down, right? It's also up. And in the way up, they missed out and they're going to hate it. They're going to absolutely hate it, FOMO in, and that's going to cause that domino effect. So overall, the market is looking bullish as fuck, right? And why do I say it like that? I mean, the market here was looking more bullish, right? Yeah, but here we did not have the same opportunity combined with the confirmation. Now we have the confirmation because it is still a bull market, right? You can say whatever you want. The altcoin market is in an uptrend. Bitcoin is in an uptrend. Everything is looking good. QT is slowing down, probably going to end. It's the writings are on the wall. And we have cheap alts. So we have confirmation combined with opportunity. And that's the perfect recipe, right? Now, let's get into a couple comments. I don't want to make this too long, but I say that every time before I make a video of an hour. So let's get into it. Somebody says, I'll be bullish after 95K. Full stop, no FOMO this time. Cheers. I think that once we hit 95K, like I said in yesterday's video, the next leg is about to happen. That's where like 93 and a half for me, give or take, but you know, what's a couple thousand among friends, but it's where all the big moving averages are sitting. It's where the bull market support band comes in. Once we break that, then there is pretty much no resistance anymore. So I kind of agree. That's a huge level. People are bullish lately again. It's good to see. Somebody asked, how confident are you about S-Fund not doing much at all? And that's true, but S-Fund is a launchpad, and let me get there. Here we go. It's a launchpad, and people, they buy launchpad tokens to get exposure to new projects. And I don't think, it's my theory though, I don't think that people want to get into new projects if they don't have the liquidity in the funds yet, right? If they are still on the water or in a loss or not in enough profits, they first want to make money with altcoins, then look at new projects. Last video I showed this, but you can see it right here as well, right? The altcoin market, the purple line, it bottomed right here. And S1 bottomed basically a year later, right? And I think now it's kind of the same. The altcoin market will bottom and CeFi will bottom later, but it will also rally harder. Launchpads are the lagging altcoins on steroids. If the market goes up, they will go up harder, but later. And if the market goes down, they will go down harder, right? Because who's going to invest in new projects if your whole portfolio is going down and every new launch is failing, right? So in a bull market, it's perfect. And the accumulation, man, this is one of the biggest no-brainers for me to buy. This guy went on a hating spree on me, by the way. It's bizarre. But one thing that he said is, you still have cash. Most people don't. Maybe that's true. But therefore, I did say on the channel, like, guys, I'm taking my profits here. I'm preparing with notes, with pre-sales there, so I make sure that I have cash. Right? If people don't have cash right now, that's lesser money because that was a big mistake. You should always have cash, right? I hope people can remember that for the next bull market. But it do like a lot of shit. Wow. Thanks for feeding the algorithm. Um, no money left to buy. Just putting in $20 every week on payday. Lol. Well, I guess it's better than nothing. Look, I mean, it's all relative. What's a lot of money for you is maybe not a lot of money for someone else, or vice versa. So, but look, $20 per week, like that's $80 per month. Let's say 100 to round it up, right? If you DCA that over the coming 6 months, you put in $600. Hey, if you get a 10x out of this market, 6K, right, for $20 per week. That's definitely not bad. Oh yeah, one thing that I did find a little interesting is that this person said most of the people are already all in because you said so. Look, these type of comments, there is like so much wrong with that. Like, I never said, like, I think I was pretty clear, like, guys, I never go all in. The only place, what I said, is where I will go all in. But that's what I am going to do is if the altcoin market is going to hit this level. I said, then I am going all in. But I never made a video where I said that I was all in, right? So that's one. But also, if I say something and people do it like that blindly, right? Come on, right? But if you follow that exactly, then you should have also taken profits here and there. So there should be nothing wrong. But overall, if you consider that's the right approach, right? That you feel like, man, I fucked up because I listened to someone, then
You blame the market, you blame your favorite influencer for your fuck ups. You blame your neighbors, blame your dog, you blame your mother. Let's not be responsible, let's just blame each other. Alright, but you should blame yourself.
just for your information. Yeah, we're gonna do some music. Someone's gonna start buying soon or it won't go up. That's often the case, yeah, that people need to buy before it gotta go up. But yeah, man, I mean, I think that people are buying already. You can see that bulls and bears are fighting pretty hard, right? When it comes to the altcoin market. I'm not even talking about Bitcoin. When it comes to Bitcoin, there are no bears, right? Bitcoin is basically just parabolic, right? But if you look at the altcoin market, overall, the bulls are in control for the last 2 years, right? And occasionally the bears have their moment where they outperform the bulls for a couple months. But when it gets too low, the bulls be like, we still here, and buy it up, right? Then the bears have their opportunity for a couple months and the bulls be like, buy it up. Looks to me like we are somewhere here, right? But yeah. Somebody said we need, oh yeah, I said in that video for the reference, we do not need new money to come into the market for altcoins to go up. And reason why I said that is because if you look at the total crypto market, it's sitting at $2.8 trillion, right? And only 8.6% of that is sitting in the altcoin market. Now, last bull market, the altcoin market was dominating with like 20%. And so hypothetically, if we now go back to 20%, right, that has nothing to do with money inflow, it's just where the money is, right? Then, what was it, 2.8? Yeah, then it's a $560 billion market cap, right, for the altcoin market. That's a new all-time high. So we do not need new money to make a new all-time high, basically, if we just go back to the previous dominance. Somebody said, we need new money because else this would mean that Bitcoin will be falling while altcoins will be ripping. Bitcoin needs to get new all-time highs too. And yeah, no, I think, yeah, look, the thing is that if altcoins now go up, it would mean that Bitcoin goes down. For a big part, that's true, indeed. Like, there's a lot of money in Bitcoin. And if that money gets taken out of Bitcoin into altcoins, then Bitcoin goes down. Yeah, I don't care. I'm not in Bitcoin at this stage. So let Bitcoin go to zero and my altcoins to the moon. I'm fine, right? That's fine. But apart from that, it's not like, yeah, there's also a lot of money in Ethereum, Solana, XRP, Cardano, the top 10, right? Stable coins that can all flow into the altcoin market as well. And that's a lot of money, dude. Don't forget me. Don't forget me. Don't forget me. But don't. I don't know. It's early. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. But Bitcoin going to new all-time highs first would definitely help. Definitely. Yeah. You also made another comment, which you are right. The reduction of QT is not actually 80%, as I said. You have to account for the mortgage-backed securities too. So that's definitely true. Does this change your outlook? No, not really, because it is still a slowdown of QT, and that's only a step in the book. There's like QT, bad for altcoins, right? There's QE, good for altcoins. We were really much there, and we just took a big step into that direction, right? And the Fed also said that they're going to stop it. Well, got pretty much hinted, right? So that's another step in the right direction. So it's only getting better, at least, right? Can QT be stopped anytime? Fed said they have hesitated between reducing and pausing. So yeah, let's find out. I don't know. That's your question. It's my question as well, actually. Can't answer that for you. We'll find out. But again, they are obviously taking steps into the right direction, and things can pretty much only get better from the point where we came from. So that's good. All in. Sounds smart. Sounds responsible. Definitely. I've been making my first 100K. Oh, I will make my first 100K in a couple months. I hope, man. But it's not because of me. I think I hope I play a part in your research, definitely. But you do you. If you make it, you did it. You did it, man. Somebody says I'm tired. Sleep seems to work. Do you think coins like Zcash and Dash can pump hard again, or are they dead? I've been holding them since 2018. Yeah, that's the worst moment for those coins. I can tell you that. If you look at Zcash, right, since 2018 was basically the bear market, right? Yeah, if you've been holding it since then, like you should have bought it here. Right, but you bought the top in not the previous bull market, but the bull market before that. At least I know if you bought the top. 2018 has a lot of days where you could have bought it. They can pump. For Dash goes the same. They can. They probably will. But if I would be in your shoes, not financial advice, I would wait to maybe play even on those and put them in something that has a bigger chance of succeeding. I'm just holding through this whole period. Yeah, I mean, what works for you? Holding could work, right? I'm not much of a fan of saying diamond hands, right? Look, if you, for example, again, if you bought CeDeFi, really good example, right? If you bought CeDeFi low and you've been holding it, great, you're now at the same price. What's the point, right? Taking profits along the way is just the way to go, right? Like you could have bought CeDeFi here somewhere, take your profit somewhere here around the 8, 9, 10x, right? And then now be very happy with low prices actually, because you can quadruple your bag or whatever, right? Otherwise, these pumps are for nothing, right? You see, you put $1,000 and you make 10K and you see it back to $1,000. Like, What's the point? Sucks, right? Um, Thanks for the many years of great content. Appreciate you, man, a lot. Thanks. Need some positivity these days. I'm, I often catch myself not knowing enough channel. Yeah, man, we all don't know enough. Like this is never like played out or anything. We should. It's a learning way, man. It's a learning process. Do you still think that Cetify and Paul has potential to go up? Polka starter, I think, have the potential to go up. For Cetify, I definitely think so. Yes, and I can explain why, but I'm pretty vocal about Cetify all the time. So, and I assume you mean Polka starter, as you put it in the same breath with Cetify. When you look at market cap, I mean, it is sitting at a level that is like really insane. The last time it was here in this market without an alt season, it pumped 6x from this point, basically. Actually, market cap wise, right? So, yeah, that's the thing. I think that launchpads are at this moment by far the best buy. By far, right? Why? Again, well, because of the whole market conditions, altcoins are an obvious buy for me anyway right now. But like I said, launchpads are lagging. People first want to make money and then they get into launchpads. So these launchpads are now really low while we see that the market is already going up. Like it's like having a crystal ball right there, basically. It's not a guarantee what I'm saying right here, but that's how it feels for me. So I think so, but you never know what happens to a certain project. Appreciate everybody. The amount of emotional fudders within crypto is crazy. Listen to people like this guy who use charts making his decisions. I do think that that's a big mistake that people make and that I made in the past as well, is not looking at actual charts and what's going on, but just looking at the chart real quick, be like, it's red, it's below my average, fuck, I'm emotional, and then do something based on these emotions. Yeah, that's not the best way to do it, right? That's definitely, you have no idea how many people bought here, panic sold here, bought back here, right? While we were in a bull market, these people are losing money. We have bear markets for that, sir. Like, I don't like, why would we do that now? Like, no. I love to Cetify stuff. I got the tier 8 on Cetify and it's on a loss right now. That's all my savings, but I'll wait for a good return on a rocky ride on a bear market. Man, don't put all your savings in crypto, especially not in one coin, I would say. And from what I hear, your timing wasn't great. Like, yeah, well, it's now at lows, right? So it's easy to be in a loss on Cetify right now. But I would say the cliche stuff, right? Don't invest more than you can lose and take your profits and yada, yada, yada. You know how it goes, man. Sucks. About the market itself, let's see how much time we have. 23 minutes. Yeah, okay, really quickly then in that case. Since the last video I made, altcoins didn't change much. $242 billion looking like a perfect fucking setup to me, actually. Ethereum on its Bitcoin pair looks like a perfect fucking setup as well, by the way. Kind of crazy. If we look at, what's this chart? Others, yeah. So these are low cap altcoins on their high cap altcoin pair, if you know what I mean. So this is how the low caps are doing against the high caps. Not so well, right? So this is everything outside of the top 125, basically, or everything in the top 125, excluding the top 10, against the top 10, excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum. So there's basically everything in the top 125 against everything in the top 10, excluding Bitcoin and ETH, so Solana, ADA, etc. Yeah, and what you can see, sorry, long explanation. What you can see is that at this moment, low caps just suck, right? So therefore, I said like, hey, I'm playing a little on the defense, right? I'm more in the AVAXs, in the Ethereums, these kind of things, right? You just see that low caps. It's not time for them yet, and it will come maybe later half this year, right? Where we first get a normal alt run and then later the more speculative stuff, actually. Does it need to hit this trend line again? Don't know, but we are like not that far from it. I mean, if you look at it like this, hey, what's another? We already came down 54%. What's another 20, right? Um, so that's an interesting chart if you ask me. Nobody asked, but if you ask me, the Bitcoin dominance, excluding stable coins, something that I haven't looked at for a while. Look, I can't lie. I mean, it's still an uptrend. Bitcoin is still outperforming alts, and we all know that, right? We all know that. But then again, to now buy Bitcoin, right? Then I feel like, hey, how much higher will it get? It's closer to the top than the bottom. I dare to stick a dick in the fire for that, and I do think that maybe, if it goes a little higher, whatever, sit it out, and that alt season will come. Let me check. So the others dominance, altcoin dominance, is pretty interesting if you ask me. We're still sitting at that double bottom pattern, and it's bouncing off of it pretty nicely. So this just shows like how much are the lower cap altcoins dominating, right? And we got slapped back down to bear market lows. Had a pretty decent rally, right? Down again, another decent rally, and now down to these bear market lows again. That's like I get that people maybe feel like, oh, scary, but that's an opportunity, right? Where else do you find the opportunity? Here, right? That's too late. That was only if you bought here, right? But once we are here, people feel like it never can go there. Well, repetitive story, but I just hope people understand that that's what the opportunities are. You can see kind of the same in the last market, although time-wise it was kind of different. But we had a low right here, we had a double bottom right here, and then it was kind of alt season. So, yeah. USDT dominance is what we want to see go down, and so far, yeah, it's still in a downtrend, right? It's still in a downtrend, can't lie. So that looks good. Others on their Bitcoin pair, so the alt season chart that I've been mentioning for a long time now, holding it, sitting there. I guess that, look, if we already saw altcoins perform really well last year, without this chart being absolutely mooning, then I wonder how crazy altcoins can do when this chart just goes up again, right? It's not weird to think in crypto that a chart can also go up. And once it happens, I think that people are not going to be ready. They're simply not going to be ready for that. So, yeah, that's it for today. I went over the most interesting charts, if you ask me, to look at for now. But all in all, it's funny that people are just not here. People don't give a single shit. And that's usually the best time to buy. Last time, again, we were like, give or take that low, Bitcoin was sitting at 70K and it went to almost 110, right? And that was when altcoins ripped. It feels like the same setup for me, man. It feels really like the same setup for me. So, but we're gonna find out. For now, guys, thanks for watching. Like the video if you like the video. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. Let's turn that number to the positive again, I would say, because these are the times to be here, right? These are the times to be here. And I really hope a lot of people realize that this is the moment, not in a couple months when we are already there. Now, without the preparation now, there's no reward to take when we are there. So, thanks for watching. Take care.